And we've got a corrupt system. I was #1 target in the country, the Justice Department, the Internal Revenue Service, and American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee. We have a stranglehold on it. I said that on the Greta Van Susteren show when I got out. I was probably the hottest interview in the country. But when I made that statement, you didn't see me on TV no more.
I believe that Israel has a powerful stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars of which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison.
All right, explain to me what you see as, why you target or why you have a grudge against the Israelis.
It's an objective assessment that no one will have the courage to speak about. They're controlling much of our foreign policy. They're influencing much of our domestic policy. Wolfowitz, as Undersecretary of Defense, manipulated President Bush #2 back into Iraq. They pushed definitely to try and get Bush before he left to move into Iran. We're conducting an expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it. They control much of the media, they control much of the commerce of the country, and they control powerfully both bodies of the Congress. They own the Congress.
Are you an anti-Semite?
No, I'm not. That's exactly what they're going to say, and I expect that. What I am is an American. You see, I think America comes first, and we have a one-sided foreign policy in the Mideast.
Now, let's just think about how powerful they are. Look at all the talk show hosts. Some are very conservative, some are very liberal. They're diametrically opposed on every issue, but they all sing out of the same hymn book on Israel because they control our government, they control our media, they control the finances of this country. And I'm not anti-Semite. I'm not against Israel. I think Israel, in their aggressiveness, is going to end up hurting their country in the long run. But America has gone too far now. We haven't been objective in the Mideast. We've invited and we have in fact imported terrorism to our shores over our policy. I really don't want to get into all that except to say this. The more I read about it, the more troubled I am. On or about the time that 9/11 occurred, I was beginning to get a lot of information about 9/11. The next thing you know, I was indicted and hauled away. There's some real questions I have on building number 7. Some real question I have on the volatility of jet fuel being able to cause such structural damage to such steel girders. And I just have some real doubts. And from people will say, Jim, you're just so negative about the government that you're always looking for the dark side of it. And really, I'm not. But there's some real troubling questions about 911. So as an old sheriff, I always looked at an incident from one angle. Who benefits? And I'll tell you something, I don't like what I see, and I'm reluctant to even say what I see because I've been branded so damn bad, I'm like a Texas steer. But I think some of these terrorist acts might just be perpetrated by other people who want to see America then retaliate against the so-called terrorists. So I have my doubts about this whole thing. I always look to see who benefits, and I have one thing, Israel has certainly benefited over there. Now, what's next? Lebanon's whacked. Iraq is whacked. Afghanistan, we got our guys dying now in Iraq. And Afghanistan, they're coming back in body bags. What's next? Iran? Syria? Is there going to be anything left? Egypt over there singing out of the same book as Israel. They're scared to death. But if you're a Palestinian throwing rocks across that Gaza Strip and West Bank, how do they fight those machine guns and automatic rocket launchers that the Israelis have? Look, the first 2 spies we had moved America to reattack Iraq. The last 2 spies that were just released by the Obama administration literally just turned loose from prison, saying yes, they spied, but they don't think their intentions were bad. They were manipulating America to attack Iran. Now look, Israel's used us like a whore over there. And the Arab people over there hate America.